Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about She's All That. And this movie came out in 1999, and I didn't realize that this movie was parodied in Not Another Teen Movie. I didn't realize that that movie was a spoof of this movie, and I kind of wish that I hadn't seen that until after I'm saying that I wish I watched this movie first, then Not Another Teen Movie, because story wise, I kind of already knew what was going to happen. But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy the film, and I did like the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and there were elements that kind of surprised me about it. There were some nice long oneers in the first 5 minutes, and the characters are established very quickly. The movie doesn't waste any time, which was shocking. It's an hour and a half, and it's the perfect runtime. Thank you. I feel like that's such a breath of fresh air after complaining about movies that are just too long and could have been shorter. Like, even short movies, like hour and a half movies, could have been like a short film, maybe. But this one, it knows exactly what it is, and it just goes along with it. And when I say it knows exactly what it is, I'm not saying it's a self-aware movie necessarily, but rather it has an understanding of what it wants to achieve, and it does it pretty well. And of course, there are parts that I feel could have been better. Like, I feel like the first act, story-wise, was a bit clunky and had a bit of room for improvement, and most of it was solid, and I was enjoying where things were going. And my favorite part about this movie was Matthew Lillard. I thought he was hilarious. He's not in the movie a whole lot, but when he's on screen, he steals the show. And he's very funny, in my opinion. And as far as the humor goes for this movie, there wasn't really any point where I was just cringing at what was going on. And I was enjoying the ride, and because it's kind of funny that I say enjoying the ride shortly after I watched the movie Joyride, also starring Paul Walker. I haven't even talked about him yet in this movie, but I'll get to him in a second. But this movie was just thoroughly enjoyable when it came down to its tone and its characters and the performances. Mostly, it's mainly Matthew Lillard who I'm going to be remembering as far as performances go, but I liked the two main leads. I thought that they had good chemistry, and I do like how the story gets going, and it's a fun idea, and they explore just enough to make the story interesting. And Paul Walker was kind of funny at points, and at points he was also kind of annoying, but you kind of realize that's the intention of his character, and he's just supposed to be like an obstacle for our main character to get over, and that where they take that, I really enjoyed. There was a little bit of dubbing in this movie, but I forgave it because it was like one line, and it was also very brief. And this isn't really a movie that had my full attention throughout the entirety of it. I'm not saying that I was bored. I was just thinking to myself, I know exactly where this is going because I saw Not Another Teen Movie, which kind of spoiled me. But I am looking forward to watching this movie again because it was a film that surprised me. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and sure, there are things about it that don't make any sense, but it's kind of light and fun, and when that's done right, I can be a little bit more forgiving on things just not making any sense, because typically in a comedy, things don't have to make sense for the sake of the humor working, and for this movie, what it's asking you to overlook isn't anything huge for the most part, and that's why I feel as though it works. And that's about all I have to say about She's All That, and surprisingly enough, I would like to see this movie again. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It was a surprise, and it's not one of my favorite movies ever, but I think it's just a breath of fresh air that I was able to enjoy a movie thoroughly and not to just be completely bored like I was in a movie like Backcountry, where in comparison it's like night and day for me. as far as entertainment value goes. So I will be watching this movie again, and I would recommend that you check this movie out. So do that. And with all that being said, I'm going to give She's All That a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of She's All That, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Blues Brothers. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.